What is going on, everybody? We are so thrilled to have you on this beautiful Friday, almost said Saturday, Friday night evening here in Greenville, South Carolina, more specifically, Powdersville, South Carolina. Y'all, I am broadcasting live from my mother-in-law's house. My brother-in-law and sister-in-law are in town with their wonderful kids. They may come in just to give you an idea. They're the most adorable kids you'll ever see. Everybody knows who I am. I'm Brandon. My man sitting over to my right is my boy Shane. Oh, and Shane, say what's up to everybody.
Hey, what's going on, beautiful people? Hey, love it out here. It's a beautiful Friday night in the upstate of South Carolina in the Sand Hills. Man, hey, we got some interesting stuff to talk about tonight, guys. I hope all of our nuts are out there gathered and ready to go.
Let's get it, y'all. And then, of course, I cannot forget the one, the only. And I'm going to ask him too because I'm pretty sure he might be a little upset if they didn't win. My man, just delightful, JD. JD. Tell everybody what's up, buddy.
Hey, what's up, everybody? How we doing this evening? It is the man, JD Wyatt06 on Twitter. Time to have a great conversation this evening, man. When you first sent me the rundown, man, I was like, man. And then as I did some research, I saw how just, it's sports related, but it's also life related. And so, man, I started getting real kind of itchy. And hey, man, welcome everybody. We are the Sports Nuts. I'm happy and glad to be here with everybody. We had a wonderful week at the fair. My two boys, everybody's doing good. We relaxed all day. I'm refreshed. It's Jay Dizzle today, baby, because it's Friday. Bang, bang. Let's go.
So I got to ask, did your boys end up beating Kentucky?
I'm sorry, what?
Did your boys beat Kentucky today?
Well, I don't think it's over quite yet. It might be.
Last time I was 5-4.
So. See, I didn't want it to ruin my mood. I knew we were going live, and I'd be on here with my matches and my gasoline trying to burn the Carolina program to the down, or burn it down. So I didn't want to have to do that this evening. So no, we're coming to you in a good mood. It's time to have some great conversation.
That's right. All right, guys. Our boy Greg is not going to be here most likely tonight. He is at a volleyball event with Ashley, and it's totally fine. His daughter takes priority, guys. He sends his love to you 100%. He loves every one of our fans. Keep coming, keep liking, keep following, keep subscribing, keep sharing. Get the word out. We are your sports podcast, not anybody else's, but yours. And guys, I got to share the merchandise, the most beautiful shirt ever created. My man Greg hooked me up with the Sports Nuts shirt. Y'all, I got some pretty good news also. For those who don't know, my brother-in-law created our logo. Shout out to Seth G. He is the man. Y'all, he is actually going to revamp our logo even more. We got more logos coming out. I cannot wait to see everything he is going to come out with. Our man Shane got a boy who might be getting us going with our introduction, y'all. That's going to be even more elite. But you know what, though? The most elite thing there is all you guys watching, listening, subscribing, liking, following, loving. We cannot get enough of our Mixed Nuts fans. We love you guys. Boy, do we love you guys. You guys rock.
Yeah, so sorry. I have to say one more thing. Nick Humphreys, appreciate you, my dog. Gamecocks won 6-5. I appreciate
All right,
it. So
there we go.
Yeah.
All right.
And hey, I wanted to tell everybody this too. Listen, I'm in the YouTube stream live right now. Brandon, Shane, you can reach all of us right now as we are on the show. We want to hear what you guys have to say. Come tell us if we're right or your experience, or just come and be heard. So that's one thing we got coming up. So Brandon, I'm sorry, I just wanted to mention the Gamecocks winning, and look, make sure you guys can interact with us. We want to hear your thoughts, especially on what we're about to talk about.
And I got one up on you, JD. The first two people in the stream who typed the word broke, you're coming on the show. So get your big boy pants on. Get ready. Don't be scared. The first two people who typed the word broke in, you're coming on. And
hey, I typed it in. I'm already here.
We got some good content for you guys. I mean, you are going to absolutely love our stuff we're talking about. Y'all, we're already at 45 people on the stream. Keep it coming. Share, share, share. Get anybody and everybody here to come and check out your sports podcast. Are you ready, boys?
Absolutely. Let's ride.
Oh, ain't nobody ready. Are you ready?
Hey,
Stay
let's
ready.
get
That way you ain't got to get
it.
ready.
Let's get it. All right, guys. So you probably are wondering why I said type the word broke if you want to interact. ESPN several years ago came out with a 3430 episode titled Broke. It came out talking about an alarming rate of professional athletes going broke within the first 5 years of being a professional athlete. We've seen some athletes go broke faster than that. We've seen some players go from hundreds of millions of dollars to less than $50,000 in rapid fashion. Guys, we just saw the report of Antonio Brown, who earned a career earnings of $88 million. He's filing bankruptcy and claims he has less than $50,000 in total assets. Now, that's kind of scary there to think that you had a career earning of $88 million. I don't know if you knew this. He actually bought an arena football team and sent them bad checks and then also canceled checks. Got the team kicked out of the Arena Football League. They're back in. It's the Albany Firebirds. But still, that's kind of like sketchy in itself. Now, according to ESPN, SI.com, 24/7 Sports, y'all here, I want you to listen close. 78% of all professional athletes go broke within 5 years. That means 3 out of every 4 pro athletes that you see right now on the field and on the court go broke within 5 years. Now I'm gonna go a little deeper on this one for you too. The sport that sees the fastest decline in pro sports money, it's not the MLB, it's not the NHL, it's not even the NFL. No, can you guys I want you to give me a guess what you think the professional league that has the fastest players go broke are?
NBA.
It is right. It is the NBA. It is partially due to the fact that NBA careers last significantly less than NFL players. According to ESPN, an average NBA career is 4.6 years. Now, the NFL isn't much better. They're at 6 years. NBA players get more upfront as well, and NBA players are getting younger and younger by the day. So we're going to start with an example of a younger player, Victor Wembanyama. He is only 18 years old. He is a young gun, and he's got all these money. Now, he has a financial planner, which is great, which every player should have as a financial planner. But I can promise you, there are a lot of players, they don't have financial players. They don't have financial advisors. When you see the first thing is let me go and spend it. You got your entourage is showing up. You know, you've got your 15 to 300 people who want to follow you around, who are your quote best friends. You got family who is showing up and, hey, spot me because I'm short in this. And so they expect. We were going to start with our boy Greg because, you know, Greg is very passionate about this. No. I'm going to throw it over to my man, Shane. Shane, I want to hear your thoughts on what you think about the fact that how many pro athletes go broke. I want to hear about your ideas on players going broke. And okay, fans, I see you guys are chiming in. If you want to chime in with us, you want to get on the show with us, get your big boy pants on, type the word broke. The first 2, you type broke, you're coming on the show. You don't be scared. It's just me, Shane, and JD. Y'all, we're 3.
Hey, ain't nobody afraid to be scared of here. I'm like 5'6", 120 pounds.
Come on now. All right, so
don't be afraid of here.
My man Shane, the floor is yours. I want you to talk about it, bro. Let's hear your story, man. Go.
Okay, so NBA, NFL, I mean professional athletes, um, the majority of what you hear about this broke and everything are a lot of your stories from the NBA and the NFL on players that didn't last in the league that showed so much promise, and that's one of the things that, you know, you show so much promise and then end up being a big bust, yes, of course, you're going to have those big money contracts. Everybody's going to be with you. Everybody's going to be looking for that handout. You're going to get that coming out. But when you flop in the next 3 years, what does that contract do at that point? It puts you in the hole. We're looking at AB. He filed for bankruptcy. Now, granted, AB, he had a wild streak and is more than likely filing for bankruptcy for reasons for child support and divorce purposes. That's personal business. I'm not going to make any speculations, but I'm going to say it was because of that reason. Uh, but w- when we're talking about the success rate and all in the NFL and the NBA, especially because this is where the majority of these numbers come from, the success rate, like you said, the average, you know, it comes out. But if you look at it, that average is skewed extremely because you have players like uh, LeBron James and Kevin Durant and all, Derrick Rose. They've been in the league for, we're going on almost 20 years. Same thing with Tom Brady and all in the NFL. That skews the numbers a little bit. So, if you take it from your average player with the average lifespan of what you would get professionally in one of these professional sports, you're looking more so in the NBA, 2.5, 3 years, and the NFL, maybe 5 at the most. But, in that same sense, what what is going to come of the of the sports and everything with this money, with these college athletes now making money off their name, image and likeness. Um, are, are they learning lessons to create a better future for them because of this? That's a big question I have. And um, during the draft, I know in the NFL that they have this during the draft process. I'm not sure about the NBA, but there are certain classes that they
Yes.
send you to be able to help with this situation. I mean,
Help
ever since
understand
that,
your money. Exactly.
yeah, yeah. Ever since the 30 for 30 came out, the leagues have been on top of this issue, and I know JD has some very strong opinions about this. So
Now,
I'm
before we go to
interested to
JD, I
hear
want
what y'all
everybody to
say.
know. Before we go to JD, I want everybody to know this is opinions for us. Okay, this is what we feel. We want to hear your thoughts. We want to hear your opinions. We want you on the show with us. Madcraft, I know you're in there, man. Dude, type the word broke. I want you to come on and debate with me, with Shane, with JD. We want to hear what you guys have to say about this because, again, this is a very scary stat. And I do have some more to tag on with what Shane just said, and then I'm going to go to JD on this one. It is a rule now in the NFL since 30 for 30 came out with the episode broke, that there is a financial planner class that comes out, and it's only implemented in the NFL. Now, it is voluntary in the MLB, which it should be because Major League Baseball players, we all know they don't get paid a lot in minors. And I actually had a debate with this person a while back about this. I know the Greenville Drive. They are a minor league affiliate here in Greenville, South Carolina. They are the single A affiliate of the Boston Red Sox. At one time, they were only getting paid $850 a game. Since then, it has changed, and this is coming from the GM himself. It's $1,050 a game, up to $1,250 a game, depending on their major league contract with the team. Okay, so like I said, it is a volunteer class to go to. I believe the stat with that one is only 28.5% of Major League Baseball players attend that class, which is still sad in itself too. It is not required in the NBA. There is a voluntary class. It's just about financial planning. It's not a financial advisor. It's just financial planning. That's all it is. My man Chase is in the house, y'all. Dirty Fanatics United, rise up. But I want to also say this to you with regards to the NBA. It should be required to go to this class, but only 18% of NBA players go to this class. 18%. That's not a very big number. It's a very low number. Now, I'm welcoming all 59 people who are watching right now. That's great. Keep sharing, liking, subscribing, everything. Remember, the first 2 people who type the word broke, you're coming on the show to debate this with us. But I'm going
Don't
to throw
be
it to my man
scared.
JD. Yeah, don't be
Don't be
scared.
scared. Don't be
Look,
scared. Let's go.
I'm 6'5". Yes, I'm the tallest guy in the entire group. But you know what though? I'm as soft as a teddy bear. Yes, I got my sports opinionated right. We got Shane. Shane's the softest a teddy bear. And we got JD. JD's he's this little bitty guy with a big. Now
JD's a
he does
pop
have a
tart.
big bite, but you know what though? He has a big sports bite. So guys,
Yeah.
I'm going to turn it over to my man JD, and he is going to share with you his ideas, his thoughts, his opinions. And I'm telling you now, I mean it, the first person who types that word broke, you're debating with all of us. And we want you on. We really do.
Yes,
JD,
please.
floor is yours, my man. Take on the floor, brother.
All right. So, yeah, Brent, if you could just give me just a moment, because, yeah, I've got a lot of pent up thoughts here. And it's funny you just mentioned, you're a big teddy bear. So I'm going to try and approach this with a nice, warm, fuzzy approach. I'm going to try not to.
We're going to rock, paper, scissors this. Ready? 1,
Yeah.
2, 3. I won.
Right.
JD.
Okay. Well, we both did
Come on,
scissors. So, hey, we're tied. So
let's go.
but listen,
Y'all,
hey, I do have a
he's
lot of
got
strong
good opinions. I
so
want you to hear this. You're going to
it
love
is
JD's
alarming. Okay. It is alarming. And I think it's alarming for different reasons than what people may think that they're alarming for. I'm not necessarily concerned from the athletes going broke after making all this money. I am concerned about it from 2 major standpoints. So, like I said, this was going to be a sports conversation and a life conversation. So, to me, it's more of an indictment on the educational system here in America, not teaching students how to deal with financial planning and taxes and the stock market and just basic things that should have been taught in high school. I mean, can you imagine now in 2024 if they were trying to force women to take home economics? All students, whomever they may be, should be forced to take financial planning courses. And that's me from someone saying that I wasn't properly educated on a lot of things growing up. And I don't blame anyone for that or anything, but there was a lot of things that obviously all of us know now that we wish we had known then. And so when these guys get the opportunity to go make tons of money, we see all these stories about people coming for them, and whoever it may be, it might be an agent trying to take too much percentage. It might be someone trying to get them to invest in some bogus business. I mean, I think it just speaks more so to the crappy educational system that we have here, not only in South Carolina, but, in the entire U.S. as a general. I mean, that's why we see all these NBA prospects now coming from overseas, because guess what? They're coached better. They have better discipline. They're better fundamentally. So, of course, they're going to get drafted ahead of someone from America now who has his nose in his phone all day long and has no work ethic. All he's going to do, and like Madcraft said, he led me to this kind of. I told him to get out of my mind already. Great minds think. They don't think alike. They just think. But you can't tell me that putting all this money into younger people's hands now is a good idea. I mean, now so now the issue is going to be compounded 10 times over. You already see it with parents trying to take advantage of their own kids to get a payday. And now, hey, shout out to all those great athletes out there, though, that do take care of their parents and buy their parents' houses and live under their means. For example, Chad Ochocinco, Chad Johnson, 085 from the Bengals. When you search NFL players who saved their salary, he's the first one that pops up. And he saved more than 70% of his NFL salary and lived bare minimum. Among those are also Rob Gronkowski. And it's funny I mentioned him because guess what? You got people falling for crypto. Even Gronk know that not real money, as Nikki Glazer said. Like, you got Trevor Lawrence took a crypto contract. Tom Brady losing money to crypto. Listen, people, just watch your wallet. Do the right thing. Watch your wallet, because it's not just about athletes. You got people calling you every day trying to get on your phone and, spam, sell you something. So watch your wallets, people. I mean, it's more than just athletes. And so that's what I think it's more of an indictment on. It's alarming that people just can't go work hard for anything anymore. I mean, it's crazy. And I mean, I've got several other notes I didn't even get to mention, but I tried to be in a good mood about it.
All right, so no, we're doing good on this one. So you mentioned players who live under their means. There is a great hockey player, plays for the Washington Capitals, Alex Ovechkin, who still lives with his parents. Y'all, he's in his. I believe he's in his 40s now. He lives with his parents. He saves. Ovi has saved almost every dollar he has earned. He lives in his parents' house, but he lives well below his means. Means he pays for all his parents' bills, pays for all of his bills. He pays for his groceries. He pays his power bill. Guys, he has netted $87.2 million his entire career. How much money do you think he still has of that $87 million? Because I know how much he has. And you're going to be flabbergasted. The number is in the 70s still. He still has over $70 million to his name. That is a sound, smart individual. My mom just chimed in and said, I have a family member who has paid off his mortgage with Bitcoin. Yes, Mom, we know who that is. But we're talking with sense to everybody, though, because not everybody knows the seriousness of Bitcoin. Because Jason is he's one of the unique people that who actually invested smartly with his Bitcoin money, which again, I'm happy, I'm proud of him. I want to have that opportunity, But then I want you guys to ask. I want to ask you guys this: do you remember Antoine Walker from the Boston Celtics, the Atlanta Hawks? Do you remember him? He did the little dance, shimmy dance every time he scored. Y'all, he still plays. I promise you, he still plays overseas. He makes $150,000 a year to pay off his bogus debts he accrued while being at the Boston Celtics. He is so far in debt that his great grandkids are going to be paying for his debt. And he is like most Americans right now. We don't like the B word, bankruptcy. No one likes that word. It happens. You do have some great players.
It is
go ahead.
It's a smart way financially to get out of certain things if you know how to use the system. And
exactly,
us as Americans, we give plenty of great opportunity to use.
Yes, we do. We have great opportunities that present you. I mean, they call those the 1%ers. Okay, the 1%ers are the billionaires, the millionaires, the people who can live lavish lives. I don't know about you, but my bank account sure as heck don't have millions of dollars in there. Doesn't even have hundreds of thousands of dollars in there. I'm your average Joe. JD is your average Joe. Shane's your average Joe. Actually, no. Shane is not our average Joe. Shane is the multi-billionaire, y'all. Don't let him fool you. He is the multi-billionaire. I'm kidding.
Oh boy,
but clearly Shane's a multi-billionaire because he's already suspended from X. So
Shane, come on, man.
Yeah, clearly he's got Elon Musk connections. I mean,
so
if I had those connections, I wouldn't be suspended.
Ain't no Mac 1240.
This is obviously a very good something to talk about. Is most professional athletes, they don't get the coaching that they need in school. JD, you were right. I never got a crash course in high school, elementary school, middle school, heck, even college. Credit 101. I guarantee you, majority of these professional athletes, they don't get credit 101 in college. They don't know how to manage their money appropriately. They don't have accurate financial advisors behind them, or accurate financial lawyers guiding them to the best possible options that are out there so that you can survive off of this money. Antonio Brown made $88 million in his entire NFL career, and you only have $55,000 left over. That's pretty scary to think about. You don't have enough to pay for a mortgage. Now, I'm going to also tag in another player on this one, okay? Tyreek Hill. How many kids does this guy have? 11, 12? What is he, Nick Cannon? You know,
I
Nick
think
Cannon
it's
has
like
like a ton of kids.
8 with a 9th on the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has a ton of kids with a bunch of different women. Child support is a big financial killer for a lot of professional athletes because, and the main word there is professional athlete. They got
Right.
the money.
Yeah,
How much
but if
now
you
out of all those kids? Go ahead.
if you file for bankruptcy, guess what's not counted?
Child support. It still has to be paid.
Exactly.
You still have to be paid.
Well,
Yep.
it still has to be paid, but you can. But that's how a dispute can be handled, and that's one of the biggest reasons why I think AB is doing what he's doing.
Yeah, and you know, if you file bankruptcy, because I unfortunately have had to do that. That's for medical reasons and the fact that I was previously married. So I will tell you this: that bankruptcy is not the end of the world, but when you do have financial obligations like child support, yes, if you file bankruptcy, it files a dispute. It can reduce. It doesn't eliminate. It reduces.
Yeah.
So, say baby mommy number one gets $10,000 a month versus baby mama number 8 who only gets $5,000 a month. Well, why does this one make more than this one? They're going to want to have what that one has, and so on and so forth.
Number one got all on the $50 million contract.
That's right. They got a hold of the big dollars.
Yeah. Number 8 got all on $3 million contract.
Right.
They got the big ones, right? So
yeah.
And Matt Kraft just said perhaps having to visit with a financial advisor should be provided and included in NIL contracts. Matt Kraft, did you just type the word broke? Y'all just saw that, didn't you, JD? You saw broke, didn't you, on that?
I think
No. He typed in the one before that too that says that you can't go into debt if you had no money to begin with. But see, I think that's what he's saying is that these players get that money in their hand. Obviously, they don't have to go into debt just yet, and then. But I did. So listen, everybody, my bad. My apologies. Y'all just witnessed the first ever JD just rant. I'm sorry. Matt Kraft even reminded me, he's like, JD, don't forget to breathe. And so listen, I'm sorry. I'm breathing now. Look, I just had to get that one out. There were a few other points though that I wanted to mention, and you just mentioned the Celtics, Brandon.
Mm-hmm.
So how about Big Baby Davis, Big Glenn?
Oh, yes, and that is a good point you're going to bring up there too. Listen to what JJ's saying, y'all.
So how about this man is having to go 40 months to prison for trying to defraud and be part of a scheme to defraud the NBA insurance policy of millions of dollars. And so as a world champion, though, how did he ever get in that scenario? Mm-hmm. And it's bad decisions. And, that's a real life thing, though. I fell to bad decisions.
We all have.
Everybody, all of us have all made bad decisions. And, but some of these things are just beyond, thinking.
Beyond comprehension of how you can get involved in that.
Right. And I'm going to mention one, too, in a minute that was obviously a little different real life story. But, how about even Vince Young? Vince Young, national champion quarterback, won a few playoff games as an NFL quarterback, has a net worth of only $400,000. Yep. Versus Matt Leinart and Reggie Bush that he beat in that national championship game. Matt Leinart has a $12 million net worth, and Reggie Bush is at $25 million. Also, he just got his Heisman back that he stole from Vince Young to begin with. Should have been Vince Young's anyway. But yeah, just all these athletes, though, do you think they just fall out of nowhere? And then my last one I'll mention, and this one, hits close to home for a lot of people. Delonte West. He was playing with LeBron for the Cavaliers, and then he fell to drug addiction. And Mark Cuban, shout out to him for picking him back up and helping him out. I think Delonte West is now doing well. But man, yeah, some of those pictures of him were scary. And so it's just real life though, man. And it'll hit a professional athlete, no slower or faster than it'll hit any one of us. It's real life, and it comes at you fast sometimes, man. And, I just wanted to kind of tie all that in together. Sometimes sports and, life, it's bigger than just sports. And so I thought that conversation kind of tied in well. Like I said, I did get amped about it to begin with because yeah, we're putting people in bad position to begin with,
Yes,
and
we
I
are.
just pray for the sake of all of our children and everybody coming up in the next generation that we figure out a way to
So what's
get
that
a
one
grip on it.
saying? Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. That's unfortunate
Yep.
with a lot of athletes. And
Well,
then,
that
everybody knows here I work on a radio station as well. I had a great conversation with one of the hosts for 98.9 WORD, Heidi Harris. Follow her Heidi Harris show on Twitter. Check her out. She's got some good advice, y'all. We talked about the lottery winnings. Everybody always says the more money you get, the easier life will be. No, I'm gonna challenge every one of our 69 people watching this show right now and the three guys together here. Do you guys remember Notorious B.I.G.?
hey,
What
Biggie,
was one of his songs that he sang?
more
Mo
money, more
money,
problems.
mo problems. And that is
Hmm.
100% true. The more money you have, the more problems you develop. Money is not going to fix it. It may fix some financial situations, but it's not going to be the savior of all. Money doesn't buy you happiness, it only rents you smiles. It is a true topic, y'all. We could talk about this all night, and we love it. Everything. I'm gonna tell you now. You can follow us on all the social media platforms. We will give our handles at the end, and you can also see it scrolling there on the bottom. But I want to go to our next topic because it's a good topic. Rob Manfred, the Major League Baseball commissioner, said yesterday that even though they have seen good results from the so-called robo ump, it'll be after 2025 before they even consider moving it up to the Major League Baseball level. He is citing him saying as, quote, he's not seen enough evidence to advance it. We all know the issues with certain umpires, most notably everybody's favorite, Angel Hernandez. Guys, I want to know your thoughts on whether we should see the robo ump called up earlier or not. Also, remember, the robo up is used in every class of minor league baseball, and they have seen excellent results. The amount of error on calls has dropped, and the accuracy is almost 90% for robo umps. We have seen great results. So I want to ask, I'm going to start with Shane on this one because I want Shane to give his points, and I know it's gonna be points, but then I also want to go to J because JD's got some really good points in this one because him and I've talked about this quite a bit actually. What are your thoughts, Shane, on Robomp? Should it be called up earlier, or should it go later? And also, what do you think about Rob Manfred as well? Do you think we should go ahead and kick him to the curb? I know he retires in 3.5 years. Should we speed his retirement up to maybe next week or what? Shane, I want to hear your thoughts on that one. And then also fans chime in as well in this because this is a good topic to talk about. Is Rob Manfred right with a robo ump call? Should we have it now or should we have it after the 2025 season? Shane, the floor is yours, big dog. Sure.
Well, I can tell you, I'm gonna step on your toes. I want to hear all of our mixed nuts thoughts on this. Hey, if y'all go ahead and comment uh, baseball on this subject, the first two, y'all are gonna come on and talk with us about this. This is a great subject to talk about, and I enjoy it because baseball is one of those sports that has been changing in the past 5 years to try to keep up with the times and to keep up. I mean, it was America's pastime, and it became pastime to change the sport. And Manfred came in and did this. The pitch clock, with the bases, every all the changes that have become in Major League Baseball, and even in the minors, along with college, trying to transition this better into the professional sport, is great. I mean, they have done one of the best jobs that I think in the past 5 years of transitioning new rules into the sport that I think any other professional sport has, like I said, in the last 5 years. Now, do I think that baseball is still behind on times? Yes. Manfred is getting it right. You know, you're talking about the width of the bases last year, the new shift rule that they implemented into minors and then came into the pros this year. It's all made the game better. This pitch clock has been a big conversation in Major League Baseball here in the past year and a half. Um, I mean, we watched a professional baseball game that lasted just over 2 hours. And it was a good baseball game as a whole. It wasn't a one-sided game here or there. It was a good baseball game as a whole. Now, when you talk about Manfred just going ahead and getting out of it, uh, he's only got 3.5 more years. He has developed this game in the past 5 years greater than any pass. Uh, like, thank you, bud, for not doing anything, kind of deal. But Manfred has come to the conclusion that baseball as a whole needs to evolve and needs to change to be able to be a relevant sport in today's media world.
I like your points on that one. You know, I have my mixed feelings about Rob Manfred. Yes, he has done a lot of good, but he's also done a lot of head scratching things. I don't agree with the pitch clock. I've never been a fan of it. We have seen an uptick in injuries, all injuries, not just arm injuries, but injuries in general because of this. You know, that's for another discussion, obviously. Before I go to JD, we are at 74 people watching. Share, like, subscribe, follow,
Hey,
do everything. Hey, Shane just told the first two people to type a word in. He was popping you on the show. Shane, share that word again, please.
hey, the word baseball. If you have an opinion on this at all, please, we want to hear it. Nick's
Yes.
Nuts, Sports Nuts, all of our fans out there. I mean, we've got a bunch of people watching tonight. We want to hear y'all's opinions. Please let us know.
We cherish listening and seeing and having everything about you come in. So y'all, we're obviously going to go to one of our good baseball representatives here. Shane, I know you played too. JD played, had some pretty good numbers. He has made my daughter love the game more than mommy did, even because of what he has taught Addison. For those who don't know, Addison now is in softball. She's a lover of softball. She is doing everything he has told her to do. So listen to the man's advice he's about to provide with you. Mattcraft, if I see any word baseball coming on you, man, I'm bringing you on, buddy. We want to hear your voices. All right. Without further ado, the man, JD, tell it how it is, brother.
Oh, absolutely. Hey, first of all, shout out Dirty Fanatics. You commented a minute ago that it was a bad decision. I had mentioned bad decisions, and you said it was a bad decision to draft Bryce Young over Stroud. That was pretty funny. Hey, I was trying to be nice, man. You come up here firing shots about the Panthers. We're all tied for 0-0.
That's my buddy Chase. He is a dirty bird.
No, yeah, I know. I know. It was all good fun.
I was laughing when he said that.
Yeah, it was good fun. I just wanted to shout him out for mentioning it. Nick Humphreys, somebody I haven't, seen or heard from in over 2 decades, apparently has found me on here. Shout out to Mr. Nick, man. Hey, it's good to connect with you. Hope all is well down there in Lawrence now, my old home county. Hey, so as far as this baseball thing goes, man, listen, I'm not ready for robo-umps. Arguing with the umpire is part of the game. I mean, obviously, Caitlin Clark in the WNBA has made it a big part of her game. LeBron's made it a big part of his game in the NBA. And then you've got the legend of all time, Mr. Bobby Cox in the MLB, who was ejected more than, 50 or 60 times? I forget the exact number.
100.
Yeah. Oh, was it over 100? So, yeah, I knew it was something crazy. I saw it the other day. He's clearly got the record. So, I mean, when it comes to baseball, though, I mean, it is just the thing to do is argue with umpires. So I'm not with robo umpires, but what I will say I'm with is a robo strike zone. Because, man, I'm telling you what, Angel Hernandez, we only know his name because how bad of an umpire he is. Like, literally, I couldn't name one other umpire in the MLB, good or bad.
Oh, there's quite a few
other than Hernandez. And when you see the calls this guy makes, I mean, they're 4 inches off the plate. and he'll call him a strike. It'll hit the strike zone. He calls it a ball. So maybe just do a robo strike zone when Angel Hernandez is the umpire.
That's what ABS is, automatic ball strikes.
But yeah, I mean, dude, he's bad. But no, I mean, you can't take umpires away from the game. There's got to be that human interaction, I think. I mean, can you imagine robo umps in the NBA or in the NFL? No. So why are we talking about it with the MLB? Just, it's cool. It's quirky to experiment with, test the limits of AI, if you will, whatever you want to do. But no, man, leave that crap out of the MLB. But one thing to solve how bad the umpires are, make them answer questions. I mean, can we just make them answer questions like we do the athletes? That would be a route to go. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, no, keep the robo umps to yourselves. I'm good.
Hey, look what our man Abe Gordon from 92.9 The Game has just shared with us. Said even if not full on umps, at least the challenge system they use in the minors. Hey, Abe,
I want
amen on that
to
one.
be right, precise. I just get it right. I don't care what play. They could review every play,
Are you
just get it
Abe?
right.
What do you say? What do you got?
Abe, are you reading something from my notes that I got here?
Yeah.
Because that was my biggest thing. Like, hey, we still have to bring, as JD said, the human error into the game. It is what it is. It's been that way for 100+ years. But the challenge system, to where we're relying on somebody in some New York, LA, wherever these hubs are, these officials of that we know and they tout as some of the best in the game, that they're now officials for the league, for this company, for this broadcast network kind of deal. We rely on them to tell us if the call is right or wrong, but yet we've got a computer in place that can do this for us.
Yeah.
So take the human element out of the challenge system to where, hey, we understand human error is involved in the game, but give us the right call no matter what.
Yes. And I think that's what they're trying to come to an agreement with, is obviously the balls and the strikes. You get strike zones all over the place. I want to ask all of our audience this as well, if they remember. I believe it was a couple of years ago. It's one of the most erroneous strikeouts I have ever seen, have ever been called in any level. It was in a college baseball game down in New Orleans. The umpire, excuse me, already had it in his mind. I'm in this game. I don't care. The next call will be a strike no matter what. The ball was so far off the plate that it was in the dirt, and the umpire rung him up, and the fallout happened drastically for that umpire. Not only did he have his entire career ruined, he was suspended indefinitely from the league. He was suspended indefinitely from college baseball, from Little League baseball, from professional baseball. He is no longer allowed to umpire. Those kind of things really taint the game of baseball. We're there for entertainment purposes. Baseball is an entertaining sport. So let us enjoy it. Bobby Cox was great with his ejections. He didn't come out just for the heck of it and say, you know what, I'm ready to go to the shower. I'm going to argue this, and that's how it's going to be, and call it a day. No, he had valid points for his arguments. Brian Snitker is the same way. He advocates for his team, his players. And we've also seen some unusual ejections happen this year alone in baseball. And, I hate to bring this up. Aaron Boone. You had a fan from the stands say, come on, home plate. After the home plate umpire had said, enough out of you. The next one you do, you're gone. And they had the camera pointed on Boone. Didn't say a word. He even looked at his hand to figure which nail he wanted to bite. And the fan said, come on, home plate. And he said, that's it, Aaron, you're done. Boom. Threw him out. We have seen other calls where the fans have influenced the umpires are throwing players out. Actually at a Tampa Bay Ray game recently that happened. So robo umps, I think, are going to be great for the game in the sense that you're going to know the balls, you're going to know the strikes. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It comes down to artificial intelligence, really. And artificial intelligence is invading everything we do nowadays. Heck, even in this broadcast right now, y'all, there is AI involved. We don't know what it is, but AI knows what is involved. Guys, this has been an excellent conversation. We will continue this off the air, obviously, but we have another topic we want to get to. Before we do, shout out to my man Shane. He is one of a kind. If you want your Falcons content, him, his brother Philip, and my cousin Cody have a podcast, Dirty Fanatics United. They're on YouTube. Check them out. They are thick and thorough with your Atlanta Falcons coverage. I highly recommend check them out. Like, follow, subscribe. Dirty Fanatics United. You will not be disappointed. Cody, my cousin, is an excellent color analyst. He's got some good knowledge, and they've got good inside look to the Atlanta Falcons. Check them out. But guys, let's go to our next topic. The game of the NFL, of football actually, is changing every day in front of our eyes. Adoptions of new rules, new styles of play. Seeing good teams go bad and seeing bad teams go good. Everybody knows the most notable team that went from bad to good is the Detroit Lions. My question for y'all is, are we on the right path with football? We have seen that NFL has adopted the new kickoff rule from the UFL. We've seen the NFL experiment with replaying pass interference calls. I actually liked that rule. I hate they got rid of it. I wish they kept it. That was actually a lot of fun to do it, We have seen so much change with the style of play. We used to have the style regular pro offense. Now we have a spread offense. Now we've even brought back in some pistol formations. I'm going to start with JD on this one too, okay? JD, are we on the right path for football? We've heard the nicknames for a while now for the NFL. Everybody knows it. I'm going to go ahead and say it. The No Fun League. Thoughts on that one? Because JD, I know you've got some good content on this one. The floor is yours, brother. I want to hear, man. What do you think?
Well, I mean, I might have misinterpreted what you meant by is the NFL on the right path to begin with, but yeah, I can speak to all of those things. I mean, it depends on what you're talking about, really, if they're on the right
like
path.
With the rule changes and stuff. That's
right. So, but yeah, I mean, from a global perspective, I was going to mention that was kind of why I asked the question the other night if we ever thought that the Olympics could be overtaken by the NFL as being a more global attraction kind of thing. And so, yeah, I mean, I think they're on the right direction from trying to grow the league. And I'll tie it into the rules changes and stuff. I mean, offense sells. Scoring points sells. I mean, that's one of the reasons why your man JD at JDY@06 on Twitter. Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, and comment. Shout out to everybody that's listening. Madcraft, Miss Carla, Susan Lloyd Photography, all my people on Twitter that are watching. Thank you, guys. Thank y'all for being here. But, yeah, I mean, it's just a matter of, that was why I asked that the other night. They're on the right path. They obviously are growing the game. Offense sells. I mean, like I was saying, that's why I don't watch soccer. I mean, there's not enough scoring. There's too much running up and down the field. And, if you're not careful in a football game, that is the same thing that happens. Which, granted, we don't see those 3-0 like we did Alabama and LSU in 2007 and then faced each other again and was like 10-7 or, those scores might be flip-flop. But the old adage was defense wins championships. And to me, I would much rather see a good balance. I'm all about competitive balance. And like Madcraft mentioned with baseball, if you're going to call something for the pitcher against the hitter, just call it consistent. If you're going to call low strikes, call it consistent. So if you're going to call holds, call them consistent. And so all these rule changes, man, it makes it easy when the players can just go play. And
But
that's
you know
why
the old
everybody's
saying though,
trying to
with regards to holding,
simplify things.
right?
And so, yeah, I mean, the more rules you get, the harder it is for the referee. You know, you tell them to focus on this, and then you get more of this. You tell them to focus on this, then you get more of that. Same thing with any crime. You know, back to real life. You know, you get prepared for one thing. Guess what? Something else is going to happen. That's Murphy's Law. You prepare for one thing, and something different happens.
Yep.
At
Well,
the
you
end of the
know,
day,
they
I mean,
say holding is on every play though, and I can
absolutely.
attest to that because I
Yeah, I mean,
experienced
you
a bit
could.
of that.
Yeah, I mean, what is a catch?
Oh
You
my
know,
goodness,
what
don't get me
is? We
started on
still
that.
don't know what a catch is. I don't think. I mean, I don't think anybody with some of the ones they call a
Nobody
catch.
knows what catches nowadays.
Right. And so, yeah, I mean, just the more rules you got. No, I think it's a bad idea. Just make small changes. NASCAR's been successful at their changes. So, I mean,
Why
I,
can't
I
the
don't know.
NFL do
There's
it?
a fine line you got to walk.
Exactly. Shane, is the NFL in the quote right path with the rules? And what do you think about the today's game is? Are you open for additional rules to come on? Because like they've said, the NFL is starting to become the no fun league. I mean, there was that long running issue with roughing the passer, which still happens even this past year. Of what is a true roughing the passer? You can't hit him low, you can't hit him high, you can't hit him in the middle. Where can you hit a player that's not a roughing the passer call? You can't put too much weight on them. Those kind of rules. It's micromanaged, right? So, what are your thoughts on this? Because we're coming close to time, so I want to hear your thoughts on this enough. I definitely do.
Well, I can tell you, NFL and the experimentation with rule changes, it's always going to happen. It doesn't matter if you have the UFL, uh, USFL, XFL. It doesn't matter. The NFL is going to try to adapt any kind of change that makes a great game better. That in turn makes them a profit. I mean, we're talking about businesses here. Anything that is done, and in regards to that, I mean, if you're a CEO or a president of a company, you're not going to do anything that hurts your business. You're going to promote your business and try to make it better. So, these people are not dumb by any means. I mean, hell, they make a whole lot more money than I do, probably more than any of us do combined.
You sit on a
So,
throne of lies. You make $1 million a day. Don't lie.
shoot, that's true. In my mind, I make more than that, but but in real life, in real life, we're still right here. So, but but the rule the rule changes and everything in the NFL, and from what they have adapted from these certain games, they actually, in my opinion, I think they actually suggest some of these rules to see if they would go good in their style of game, but yet they're able to uh, supplement them into the lower leagues to get an idea of what the fans think. I mean, yes, we are in a state where, hey, whatever the fans think, it doesn't matter if it's offense, defense, whatever it is at that time, whatever the fans think, that's what these owners want to put on the field. That, I mean, point blank, bottom line, it is a business to start with. So that's what you're going to do. But now, like, defense wins championships, like what you were saying. Like, yes, I'm in agreement with you. We're not going to see these low scoring games. Defense still wins championships because last time I checked, as long as you score seven and the other team scores zero, you still win the ball game.
Mm-hmm.
So but
What it takes 1 point. That's all it takes.
yeah, that's all. But the rule changes are gonna happen in the game. How they're adapted and what the rule changes are gonna be different from, say, this year to 5 years from now. It's a growing sport and a growing opportunity to kind of correct some of the issues that we've had in the past. I mean, the biggest thing for the kickoff rule is the CTE. and all with the concussion protocol and all. That's one of the biggest reasons why the NFL has adapted this new kickoff rule. Um, hey, I'm all about player safety, but betterment of the game. I'm with every other fan. I'm just like every other fan, and I'm going to talk just like every other fan. But I want to see the game be the most exciting game or sport that we could have on the field at that time, no matter what.
Exactly.
Right.
That is a great point on that one.
Yeah. And Brandon, I'll so since both of you guys said that, I know we're coming up probably here on our hard exit and
Yes.
everything, but I'll tie it right back into what you were just saying there, Shane. Yeah, like I think at the end of the day, I think the NFL owners, they'd be perfectly fine if the NFL or the NFLPA ever came to them and were like, "Hey, you know what? Let's get into this flag football thing." The owners want to protect their assets. They don't want
I'm not a fan.
They
They
don't
will
want
not do
their guys
flag football,
getting. No, I'm
not
just saying.
flag football.
I'm saying if they could protect their players that much, it's a business. It's about the
7-on-7.
money. So if you
But
mean
wait,
to
wait,
tell
wait,
me
hold
you
on,
can't
one second.
tackle Patrick Mahomes anymore, $500 billion quarterback, but oh yeah, no, we still want him to get tackled. I'm saying if that were to ever happen, it was a hypothetical. So y'all chill out, chill out. It was just a
Well, I
hypothetical.
want to say something too, though, because I have a really good point on this one. Is you're saying that if they were to do that, they do that right now with the Pro Bowl, and the Pro Bowl, the level of care is basically zero, and it's sad. Like we had when we had Jeff on here a couple weeks ago. The Pro Bowl used to be a thing to really go watch in the state of Hawaii. It was a thing to watch. I looked forward to it because it was after the Super Bowl. It was one last gasp of football. You still got some good tackling. You still got some good players to show off their talents for one more game. And now the Pro Bowl is a joke. They call it the Pro Bowl games. It's a joke, 7-on-7. And I don't know if you do this.
I'm not telling you I
they
want
lose
flag
more
football.
money
I'm just
in the Pro
saying
Bowl
from
now.
if the NFL owners could, they would do whatever it takes to protect their like if they could keep their big money people on. I mean, think about the Jets last year losing Aaron Rodgers 4 plays into the season. Do you realize how much of a ding that was for them? You know, giving up all that they had. So that I would, like I said, it was just a hypothetical. I didn't want y'all coming at me no crazy way. Everybody calm down.
Look at
I don't
that.
want
Ed
football.
Reed used to take heads off in the Pro Bowl. That is very true. I remember he was Sean Taylor. If you don't remember Sean Taylor and his infamous, tackles in the Pro Bowl. I like what you said on this, though. They would protect their assets. I will say this. Have you met Jerry Jones? He doesn't care about his assets. Jerry Jones cares about what makes Jerry Jones bigger pockets. Arthur Blank, he's a great owner.
He gave his quarterback a big contract.
Yeah, and you see how well that's worked. He's Tony Romo 2.0. That's here nor there. Arthur Blank is a great owner, one of the best owners the Falcons have ever had. The Taylors and Smiths did not care about the team. Arthur Blank does. But when a bottom line comes down to it, Arthur Blank cares about what? What's going to get my pockets bigger. It's not that Kirk Cousins is going to win me 4 or 5 Super Bowls. It's what's going to get my pockets bigger. That's what every owner wants. There are those few professional owners of any sport who care about their assets, yes, because it will make them more money. So, obviously these conversations are good, y'all. I'm going to tell you now, y'all, we had a fantastic episode today. We covered some really good topics. Fans, I want you guys to please chime in through our stream, through our Facebook, through our YouTube, through our Twitter, even through our Instagram, our Snapchat pages, you name it, we are going to have it. We relish hearing from everybody. We want to hear your thoughts. Like, follow, subscribe, share. Get the word out there, because you know what, though? We're not just any podcast. We're your podcast, your sports podcast. Where are you going to find content like this? I can't name of any place that's going to have it. And you know what, though? And I'm going to tell you now, we're not Pat McAfee. We don't pay our guests to come on. They come on because they love to do what we do and talk to the fans. We have people who have played the game, who are in the game, who have played in every level of every kind of game. We have people who talk about wrestle. That is what you want people to talk about, what you want to hear about. We here at the Sports Nuts, we got you. We got you. Y'all, this has been every bit as fun as it always is with my guys. So I'm going to give a shout out for our man, Greg. He's not here. He did say he loves you all. Looking forward to seeing you guys next Wednesday on the show. I'm going to throw it to my man, Shane. Shane, tell everybody your socials, even your suspended social. And then also give your shout outs. Let everybody know who Shane Owen is, brother.
Oh yeah, as always, you catch me on Facebook, Shane Owen. You catch me on Instagram, Shane.Owen 1240. Hey, on Snapchat, Shane O'Mac 1240. Hey, eventually, hopefully, maybe on X. We're gonna push it, but hopefully, maybe it'll be Shane O'Mac 1240 on there as well. Y'all come hit me up, please. I will love any conversation in between any one of our fans, Mixed Nuts, anybody, period. Even if you want to tell me I'm wrong, I'm gonna argue till my breast's blue. So y'all come check us out. Hey, we've got a lot of great things coming. We've got the merchandise for the shirts.
Again, everybody, I'm gonna zoom in real quick so you can see what the shirt looks like. It is the Sports Nuts, y'all. We have merchandise coming.
Oh, we have merchandise.
We got more merchandise coming. Shane has hinted at it. Shane's gonna hint it again. Tumblers.
Hey, we had tumblers. 20-ounce tumblers with. I believe I've sent maybe 3 logos so far. We might have a couple more coming.
We're getting some more logos. Yep, we are getting some more revamp on the logos. My brother-in-law Seth is working on stuff for us, y'all.
Yes, we're working on everything, and we're doing good. Man, I completely enjoy it. I came here out of nowhere, out of left field, and I tell you, I charged in like Rocker. In the late 90s, I charged in, and hell, we've done a great job, and I appreciate everybody with their support and everything else. I look forward to everybody's support here in the future, and whatever we got in store for you guys. I know it's going to be fun, man.
We got some guests coming, y'all. We got some guests. We were supposed to have a good family friend of mine from the Pittsburgh Steelers. He did have OTAs going on right now. So he does have a lot going on. Hopefully we'll get him on soon before training camp starts. We have some big names coming on, and I cannot wait to share them with you. JD, brother, tell everybody your shout outs. Tell everybody your socials. Let's get it, brother.
So, my people, hey, thank y'all for being here this evening, man. Hey, the interaction was great. It was turned up a notch this evening. And, I had a feeling that would happen whenever we finally tied a lot of those subjects that we all deal with on our daily lives together with sports. I mean, guys, we all get tangled up in sports. We all get tangled up in our daily lives. And so sometimes it's great just to put those two things together. Or, sometimes it's best just to keep them separated. But you know what? We're going to move on to the next one. We can't wait to talk to you guys again. Hey, sorry for everybody that had to listen to me rant there for a minute. Hey,
here we go.
Hey, that felt good. It felt good. I was trying to be in a good mood, so I could have went way worse.
You could have gone right.
Hey, again, shout out to Julian, my mom, my dad. Hey, Brandon, shout out to you, man, for creating this and getting all of us on board to do it. Hey, next time y'all see me, I might have a headset. I might have my own Sports Nut shirt. Right now, this one, I just did a Sharpie. It just says the Sports Nuts on it.
Wait, you guys hold on. I'm going to zoom in on you. Hey, come on, show it. Share it.
Show the shirt. I was joking. I didn't really write it. No, this is a Gamecock shirt. I didn't really write it. Yeah, that's why I didn't really show it. I mean, hey, you got to give them a little something.
Guys.
But hey, JD Wyatt 06 on Twitter. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter at the Sports Nuts. Also on YouTube. I know most of you guys are already on there anyway. But hey, man, Susan Lloyd Photography. People can have an argument and get along. It's been great. You've been awesome. I want to shout you out. She was the Clemson fan. We had a little back and forth the other day, man. But hey, people can get over their differences and have a good relationship afterwards. So shout out to Susan Lloyd Photography. I told her I would do that. Hey, be blessed, everybody, and bang, bang.
Guys, it's been perfect for us. I love every minute, every second with every one of you. Y'all, we peaked out at 76 people tonight. That means you got one more friend to tell. One more friend to say, hey, you know what, though? I found the sports podcast I want to follow. Y'all, we got great stuff lined up. Better stuff than you can find anywhere. We cannot wait to introduce you to what's coming. Y'all, we are back at this next Wednesday, 8 o'clock. Our man Greg, the man, the myth, the legend himself, is going to be there. We are going to be there. Our $1 million man over here, Shane, he may be on his luxury yacht. Guys, this has been excellent. We love every one of you. We really do. You have no idea how excited we are to come on and talk to you, to share with our friends, our fans, our Mixed Nuts. You all make this possible. Every single one of you matters to us. So with that being said, our man Nick also wants us to try him. I'm going to do that because he was part of the original Sports Nuts crew. So our man Nick, he said he loves you guys. He cherishes you. Hopefully he can come back sometime in the near future, join the great things that are coming with the Sports Nuts. We will see. So with that being said, for our man, the myth, the legend, Greg Troxel, for our man Nick, for our man Shane, for our man JD, just alike, J Dizzle, whatever Izzle. I'm your man Brandon. We love you. Peace up. A-Town down. Shane, what do you say?
Hey, peace, love, and bacon grease.
Hey,
Peace,
be blessed,
love,
not
bacon
stressed,
grease.
my friends.
That's right. Hey, we love you. Take care. As we out. Bye. Get out of here. See ya. Bye.